welcome to another edition of the Indian Insider. I'm Michael Nogueras.
And I'm Christian Golker. Today we will bring you up to date on all news MHS. First up, with only 4 weeks left in the school year, the cafeteria has a new policy about school lunches. Normally, the school cashiers allow students to go up to $5 over the budget, but now students are allowed to go over the budget. As soon as they reach $0, they cannot buy lunch any longer. This is because the counselors and school district as a whole do not want any late fees or money that a student may owe. If a student owes money to the school, they cannot get their diploma. Keep that in mind the next time you go to the cafeteria with a budget.
Speaking of lunch, here's this week's lunch menu.
With great power comes great responsibility. The ballots have been cast and the results are in. That's right, your Stuco representatives have been chosen. It's official. Here's a look at the election process at the Freshman Center.
Students have worked hard for a while to get ready for Election Day at Manhattan High School. They've made posters, handed out cookies and cupcakes during lunch, and talked to their peers. Last Tuesday, candidates for next year's Stuco positions presented their speeches to the freshmen at East Campus. 9 freshmen and 6 seniors talked of why they believe they should represent the school and student council.
Because I ran for president at the beginning of the year and I lost, and I wanted to redeem myself.
I ran because I've always been in student council and I've always had a lot of fun there.
A few of the candidates weren't worried about giving their speeches. However, on the other hand, others were.
I wasn't really nervous after Rebecca and I gave the speeches. Because either way, either choice would have been a good pick.
Following the speeches, students voted in their 4th hour class.
Here in Kansas, we're accustomed to wild weather. Last Tuesday, it unexpectedly snowed. Unfortunately for the sports teams, it caused them to miss out on a chance to compete.
The MHS tennis team, accustomed to having opposing schools as their main opposition, instead face a different adversary this week, Mother Nature herself.
It's the middle of April, yet there's snow all over the ground. It may be impossible to even stand out here for 10 seconds, let alone play a tennis match.
At first it's a little disappointing and you really just want to get out there and play, show what you can do, but you get over it and you just, normally it gets postponed so you can play a couple days.
The weather has been crazy as ever, snowing one day and coming out with clear skies the next. It's led to the cancellation of the JV home meet against Marysville and the varsity meet at Emporia.
It's always a little disappointing knowing that you put in all that practice and you can't show to the other teams what MHS tennis is all about.
As the weather improves, the team hopes to continue their success, as well as benefit from additional practice time.
If the weather's fine, we will practice or we'll maybe even play against ourselves. You just have a little more time to think about what you want to do at the next meet, at the next couple of games.
Hopefully, if the weather cooperates, the team will take part in the state tournament on May 11th.
For the MHS upperclassmen, prom is often one of the most anticipated events of the year. The big night took place last weekend, and for many, it was a lot of fun.
The atmosphere in downtown Manhattan is lively on prom night, as MHS students finish up their before prom plans and head to the venue for promenade.
We had dinner at the Trade Depot. It was catered by Heights.
After all the preparation and before parties, students are given the opportunity to make an entrance to the prom scene by attending the ceremonial promenade on the west side of the mall.
Hey, senior. I decided to go to the prom because this is actually my first formal. I've been 2 in a while, and I decided to try.
Among the students promenading into the dance, prom queen Kristen Baker, escorted by the IPS mentors and King Joe Coonrod, make their way through the crowd on their way to the crowning ceremony. But for those who are not voted king or queen, prom still offers many exciting aspects.
Because it's just getting ready for prom is the most exciting thing. And it's like a rite of passage in high school. In prom, the music, getting to see who gets crowned, king, queen, prince, princess, all things like that.
For the 5th consecutive year, MHS has been named to the Washington Post High School Challenge List. Only 8 Kansas high schools made the challenge list this year. Terry McCarty, MHS principal, said that it is an honor to make the list and that we as a school should acknowledge this award as a testimony to our hard work and dedication. Only 9% of public schools in the nation made the list.
MHS has several events that help make an entertaining environment for the students. One of those being the Spring Play, which opened April 21st.
In this auditorium, the Manhattan High School Performing Arts Department finished performing the Crucible on April 21st. After weeks of hard work and lots of dedication, the play went through on time and on schedule. Even though drama teacher Linda Uthoff had to be gone prior to performance week for family reasons, the students were still able to learn a lot from the experience.
I've definitely learned a lot more about how to act and how to really become a character and how to just sit backstage with no matter what's going on and just get into the zone of someone else and become them further. It's really tough.
Learning new things was not the only thing the cast got to endure. Most members enjoyed getting into their characters also as part of the experience.
The rewarding part about acting is, I guess, the way it makes me feel. I love acting so much, and it's really fun to be able to really internalize a character, and I feel scared when my character feels scared.
Although the students spent hours each week rehearsing their parts and learning their lines, getting out on the stage can be a little scary. However, the show must go on.
Just like every other show I've done, it's been scary, but it's always rewarding to see their reactions after the show.
The Spring Play isn't the only buzz creator at Manhattan High. With graduation right around the corner, it's the last chance for a few of them to make a final impression upon their classmates. 10 seniors presented 2-minute speeches at the senior class meeting, hoping to be selected for the opportunity to give their speech at graduation. 2 students were selected out of those 10. In addition, 12 juniors were selected as attendants, and 4 more were selected as ushers. Graduation will be held on Sunday, May 19th at 2:00 p.m. at Bramlage Coliseum. It is the time of year when the seniors here at Manhattan High are eagerly anticipating the graduation, which will be held on May 19th. Plenty of preparations will need to be made beforehand then to make sure all goes well, and none may be preparing more than the seniors elected by their class to give a graduation speech at the ceremony. On this very stage in Rezac Auditorium, 10 seniors had the chance to convince the student body crowd that they should speak at the MHS graduation ceremony. After the student body voted, only 2 seniors were selected for the ceremony. The 2 seniors that were chosen were Eli Rediger and Summer Sen. Rediger and Sen performance were voted the top 2 performances out of 8 other students. Sen and Rediger talk about what motivated them to speak.
Well, I love to talk to people, and I've seen a lot of graduation speeches, and I thought that I could do better.
I really just love everything about MHS, and I came here as a sophomore and totally fell in love with the entire school, so I wanted to go out with a bang.
Sen and Rediger's performances both drew standing ovations from the crowd. Now the parents, students, and teachers anxiously await their speeches.
It was a really great experience. When I looked out there and saw people standing up and cheering, it was just a really good. The support that I got from everybody was just incredible. It was really uplifting.
It feels really good. I was really surprised because I don't know half the senior class because it's so big, so I didn't really expect to win or anything, but I had a lot of fun, so it feels really good.
No matter what happens at the graduation ceremony, Sen and Rediger guarantee their speeches will be something to remember.
They should expect probably awesomeness. It's gonna be really funny. I'm excited.
I'm gonna be pretty funny. I'll guarantee that.
And that's our show. I'm Christian Gulker.
And I'm Michael Melgaris. Thank you.